However, grief and anger mutually gave way to terror, upon her avowing the intention of her visiting England was to make me return with her to France. This, she said, was a plan she had formed from the instant she had heard of my birth, which, she protested, did not reach her ears till I must have been 12 years of age. But Monsieur Duval, who she declared was the worst husband in the world, would not permit her to do anything she wished. He had been dead but 3 months, which had been employed in arranging certain affairs, that were no sooner settled than she set off for England. She was already out of mourning, for she said nobody here could tell how long she had been a widow. She must have been married very early in life. What her age is I do not know, but she really looks to be less than 50. She dresses very gaily, paints very high, and the traces of former beauty are still very visible in her face. I do not know when or how this visit would have ended, had not the Captain called for Mrs. Mirvan, and absolutely insisted upon my attending her. He is become, very suddenly, so warmly my friend, that I quite dread his officiousness. Mrs. Mirvan, however, whose principal study seems to be healing those wounds which her husband inflicts, appeased Madame Duval's wrath, by a very polite invitation to drink tea and spend the evening here. Not without great difficulty was the Captain prevailed upon to defer his journey some time longer; but what could be done? It would have been indecent for me to have quitted town the very instant I discovered that Madame Duval was in it, and to have stayed here solely under her protection. Mrs. Mirvan, thank Heaven, was too kind for such a thought. That she should follow us to Howard Grove I almost equally dreaded. It is therefore determined that we remain in London for some days, or a week; though the Captain has declared that the old French hag, as he is pleased to call her, shall fare never the better for it. My only hope is to get safe to Berry Hill, where, counselled and sheltered by you, I shall have nothing more to fear. Adieu, my ever dear and most honoured Sir. I shall have no happiness till I am again with you. End of Letter 14.